People who have never traveled will never understand, nor overstand a traveler. Some people that you're trying to speak the truth to will never get it because they've never lived, walked, taught, spoke, become their truth. It's hard when you've been living a life for so long, when you've been living in the city for so long, when you've been living in the village for so long and never even went outside of your own area. All you know is your village. That's a good thing and a bad thing because you're not influenced by all that other shit. But if you are in your village and you've never been nowhere and you see the influence, but you desire to be somewhere you're rather than where you are, you're not enjoying the fruit of your land, what your ancestors, your peoples did, your tribe, your clan, your hood, your gang, your cult. You don't appreciate it because you don't see the value in it. It's so many Africans that want to go to America, Canada, Europe, Asia. They want to go everywhere else but damn home. Or stay where the fuck they at. When you start appreciating your own house, you see what I'm saying? Why should I treat you any better when you don't even give a fuck about your own house? I'm looking at the people in America, the hood. That's how they see us. Africa is so poor and so dirty. But if we don't care about ourselves, then what the fuck? We steady waiting on somebody else to come and help us. It's us that's gotta save us. If you see some dirt on the ground, pick it up. I mean, not dirt. I mean, trash. Yeah, getting back on track. It's just one of those things where we got to take care of us. And sometimes by taking care of us, it's just doing us and being us and letting people catch up. Because people who've never been nowhere, they will never basically understand your walk. Because they haven't seen what you've seen. They haven't been where you've been. They haven't gone where you've gone. They don't even have the imagination to even try to think about the things that you've already done 10 times over. They never even imagined that. They never imagined just being at peace, not having to work, not having to get up and go to work or have a job. Just living in peace. When you living off the land, what is there else to do? Why are you working when you're living off of your land? You built your own house. You get water from the source. Your food is from the land. You make your clothes. You make your jewelry. You make all your cosmetics. You make all your hair stuff. You make everything. You make everything. What is it else that you need to get outside? Somebody else's influence? Why? Do you want to have somebody else's name on your back? Why do you want to walk around with somebody else's face in your wallet? I'm talking about money. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but what I'm saying is when you rock off your own energy, they can't take that away from you. You know what I mean? I've learned these things, by traveling the world. I've seen how other cultures survive off of barely nothing. What we see as nothing, but it's everything to them. You know what I mean? And they're so everyday life, they managing, they making it, they doing it. All their needs is met. It may not be the fancy of the fancy. You're not staying at the Ritz-Carlton. But you got every fucking thing you need, and I'm living in peace, and everybody love everybody, and we living off the land. We ain't got to work. The fuck? You know what I mean? When you travel, you see how life really simple it is. Simple. You see how simple life really is. All these extra things is not necessary. When you have a whole plot of land that you could just plant whatever you want to, that's the bonus. When you have acres and acres of land, that's another bonus. You know what I mean? But you got to get somebody that knows how to cultivate the land. You trying to go and ask your homeboy and your homegirl who ain't never even been on no farm before. We at the blind leading the blind right now. Even the people that's been doing it 10, 20 years is nothing compared to people who've been doing it for centuries and centuries and centuries and cultures. I mean, generations back. Everybody in damn Africa know how to farm. Why not go to a continent or a place where everybody know, and then just hire somebody that know how to do the shit? Have them be on your land, cultivating the land. That's it. And they do it. They love it. That's all they know. They know that land. They can speak to that land. They can make shit grow and dead as fuck to you. And next thing you know, they know what to do, and that shit grow into a beautiful ass tree. And it's like, how the fuck you do that? But if you somewhere where it's desolate and you trying to regrow GMO products, that's not working, baby. Go where the land is fruitful and multiplying just by fucking just being here. You can take a goddamn avocado rather, eat it on the side of the road, throw the avocado off to the side of the road in the bushes. Next year or two or whatever, how long it take a pear tree to grow, it'll be a fucking pear tree there. I learned that. Just by you putting your seed, fucking when you eating those seeds, whenever you eating, whatever you eating, fruit, whatever, throw that shit on the ground. Throw the seeds on the ground. Ain't nobody got to know what you doing. Just throw the seeds on the ground anywhere. I don't give a fuck. Just throw them anywhere. Somebody may cut it down. You never know. But one day you're going to be like, hey, I put that apple tree there. I put that damn pear tree there. How the fuck we get avocado in the middle of Chicago? Or LA or Hawaii? Well, Hawaii got it, but you know, places that it ain't, you know, populated. New York, Oakland. Traveling was the best thing I ever decided to do with my life. At a young age, I seen so much of life. And for me to have just stepped out on faith into the unknown, into the void, into the darkness, didn't know where the fuck I was going, but was just trusting source, and started traveling the world and saw so many beautiful things. People who have never been nowhere, they ain't gonna never go where you're going. They ain't gonna never come to where you're going because they too fucking scared. They got many, many, many excuses to why they ain't coming. You can't wait on nobody when you've already traveled the world 10 times over and somebody ain't never left their own hood, let alone a state or country, and you asking them to go travel the world with you. It's hard. If I would have waited for my family, I would have never made it here. I'm the kind, I get up and go. When I want to go somewhere, when I want to do something, it don't matter what it is. If I want to buy it, if I want to eat it, I'm going to do it. I put myself through too much pressure trying to please other motherfuckers. Oh, you ain't supposed to do this. You ain't supposed to eat this. You ain't supposed to wear this. You ain't supposed to have perms in your hair. You ain't supposed. Yeah, a lot of that shit we ain't supposed to do. But fuck it, I still drink coffee. A lot of people that's spiritual still drink coffee, and I didn't know that. I thought everybody was perfect. You realize everybody just trying to make it through each day as they can. When your mental is strong as fuck, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere. Literally, you can go anywhere. A lot of people are afraid to go. They are afraid to travel because they don't know what's out there. They so used to listening to what everybody else is saying on YouTube. Before that, the traveling channels, oh, let's go here, let's go jump off this waterfall, let's go jump bungee jump and all. That's the only way people will be able to go somewhere is by watching somebody else. If you're traveling and you showing people the world, they mad as fuck at you because you left them and you doing it without them. And then on the other hand, they jealous as fuck because they wish they could be doing it. But they happy that you doing it because now you showing them a different part of the world. You done sparked something in them. You done planted a seed to show them that life ain't as scary as they have made it seem. You gotta travel. That's just like always hanging out in your armpit or your elbow, getting beat up by doors, leaning on desks all day at work, not even washing them, scrubbing them. You know what I mean? And I'm just using this as an example. Okay, then you go to the knees. You might hang out in the bony parts of the body. You go to the hips and things like that. But you never once think about traveling to the heart. As big as this world is, some people ain't never even left their states, let alone their country. I've already said that. You just stay in the hip joints, in the ball points, in the joint areas. That's it. But you never make it to the arteries or the lungs or the hearts or the brain. The fucking head alone got so many avenues. The eyes, the ears, the nose, all your senses basically is in your head. And y'all talking about y'all got common sense. Y'all don't even use y'all fucking head. What is common then? Shit. If you ain't using your damn senses, the main fucking five is in your head. Your ears to hear, your nose to smell, your eyes to see, your mouth to taste, and your brains to think. If you're not even using those senses and you talking about you got common sense, that's why the shit is common, because you motherfuckers ain't using your goddamn natural senses. You done forgot all about touch. You always down in the feet, in the bony area, the part that hurt. You like being in hell. You don't want to come up to the love space in the heart because it makes you feel and you don't want to feel. Or you feel too much because I feel like it. That's why I'm doing it. It's a good reason, you know, depending on what it is. But if you ain't even using your heart space, hell, your gut alone, that's another fucking brain in itself. When that motherfucker starts speaking, it tells you danger, danger, danger. And you still go in there. You still do whatever stupid shit you did, and then you mad because of your consequences, your karma, the seeds you planted, what you sowed, you reap it. Ain't nobody doing no shit to you. That shit just backfiring, all that fucking witchcraft and shit you doing. Anyway, if you're not gonna travel this earthly realm, travel your body. Let's see what the hell is going on in there. We have everything that we need with us right now. I promise you, you do. To make it out of this situation, you can't see it because you're so cloudy with judgment and remorse and embarrassment and all this other shit. Move that shit out the way. Take the lesson, learn it, and move the fuck on and get out of that space. Go to the smushy parts. Go to the chest area, the breast area, the ass area, you know, the fatty tissue, the thighs. You know what I mean? Go somewhere where you can just relax and just let it flow. You all on the fucking knuckles and shit. Why is you on that part? Why? You don't even want to listen to what the ears gotta say. You don't want to see what you really see through your eyes or your eye. Travel, man. Travel these 7 continents, these planets, these days. Travel. That's the only way you gonna learn. Get out them fucking books. You done read enough shit already. Trust me, you have. Whether it's wrong or right, fiction, non-fiction, biography, autobiography, whatever the fuck. You done read enough. It's time to start putting this shit into action. You need to get out and travel and test the waters. Get in tune with the damn elements. The water is not the same over there that it is over here. The air is not the same as it is over there that it is over here. The sun rays are not the same as they are over there as they are over here. UVA, UVB. It's a whole different ball game. Get out and get some of that tropical weather, that equatorial sun. Even if you don't make it to Africa, even if you don't make it to goddamn Belize, get somewhere down in the tropics on the equator and get some of that energy. That's all you need. That's the only way you're going to strengthen your immune system, is to get this shit directly. Fuck the middleman and take your ass down to the goddamn equator. I remember passing over that shit when I was on the boat, when I was on the ship rather. And they used to have this damn ritual that they do for anybody who passed it. Now that shit makes sense. I never did the ritual. I was on watch, or I was either asleep, but I never did it. I heard we crossed it, but I don't know what the fuck. I wasn't part of it. But just to know now, in this spiritual eye that I'm looking at it, it's a reason why. That equatorial energy is something else. Melanated beings are not supposed to be in the cold. Although we can handle it, but that's not our home. Get to where it's hot. Travel outside of your domain of where they had you. In this day and time, your melanated body is designed to do something else. Not stay in that cold. That cold is going to freeze over with your ass in it. You need to go where it's hot so it can continue to balance this shit out, because it's getting colder. It's getting hotter, but it's getting colder in some places. Get your ass out them damn Chicagos and Detroits and New Yorks and goddamn Michigans and is it all up in the Middle East, all that shit, North, Boston, all that. Get your asses out of there. Take your ass to Arizona, some shit, New Mexico, Florida, Mexico. Shit. You don't need a passport right now, from what I understand. Get your ass out of there and just keep going. Get somewhere on the tropics. You ain't gotta go where everybody else is going. Go somewhere where spirit is telling you where your body is being called. It's a shift change. We gotta take our ass back home, man. And these cold climates is not our home. That's not our stomping ground. We thrive better in the sun. Travel your body. Go back to your heart. That's the only way we're gonna make it out this motherfucker. That's the only way we came in here. That's the only way we're gonna make it out. That's the first motherfucking organ that's on your body that populates, that grows, that come into existence, is your heart. You came in this bitch through your heart. You gonna leave out your heart. And if your shit fucked up, like they say, the ma'at balance, if it's not light as a feather in the spirit realm, man, you gonna do this shit all over again and again and again until you get it right. You got to travel back to your heart, baby. And the heart is Africa. The heart is the tropics. The heart is wherever we are in the tropics, in the heat. Shit, you can even go to Australia, even though that's not the tropics. But shit, it all depends on how that shit map out. I gotta look at the map again. I'm not sure. It's too fucking hot in Australia for it not to be. You know what I mean? Anyway, I ain't never been there, but I don't know. I gotta look at the map again because I know it's over there by Asia. So that shit fucking me up. But I gotta look at it again. Let me shut up. Let me just look at it again. Fuck. Because the way I'm looking at it. Anyway, I say all this because I tie it all back into so you can understand the logic and the reasoning and the programmings that we've been programmed with. People who have never been nowhere, they not coming to where you're going, so you don't even waste your fucking time. They still sitting there talking about I'm coming, and never make it. You got to keep going and let them see that it's possible. They scared because they ain't never been nowhere. They wasn't that 19-year-old or that 18-year-old, that 17-year-old that went and started a whole new life. Some people went into entertainment, celebrity world. They started acting at a young age, and they started singing at a young age. They started playing football at a young age. Some of them went to prison at a young age. Some went into the military at a young age. Some did corps, and when I mean corps, like the Army Corps and Peace Corps and, you know, different things like that, medical field. Some went into college, you know what I mean? It's everybody did something different. 22 on my damn recorder, my handheld recorder, not the other recorder. It's, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We all had some programming. Nobody's better than the other. Just because you went to college and got fucking 50 million damn, I mean, not college, college, and got degrees. Now you're a PhD and you're a doctor and an MD and a this and a that and all these fucking letters behind your name, but can you fucking shoot a 3-pointer? Hell no. So how the hell you gonna compare yourself to the #1 draft pick because you got letters behind your name, or somebody who spent 20-30 years in prison? You ain't got the same mindset as that person. You ain't got the same mindset of somebody who spent 20 years in the military, nor do you have the same mindset of somebody who had to be in them streets 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That's a whole everybody had their own programming. Everybody had their own programming. Nobody is better than nobody. We all found our lane. And maybe it was planned and maybe it wasn't. It just happened the way it happened. That's the way the fucking ships roll. But now you have a story. Maybe it's meant for you to travel the world and tell your story, or maybe it's just meant for you to tell the niggas in your hood. It's up to you, but you gotta travel outside of your block, your little hood, your street, your territory, your jurisdiction. They just locked you in right here. You only get to stay in these 4 blocks. Man, fuck you. You can't tell that to a god. Yeah, hang up my phone.